Are you going to ask intelligent questions? We're going to be in trouble here.
Was it at the age of puberty, adolescence, that you first discovered that you were funny, that your schoolfellows, shall we say, started laughing at you?
Yes, when I was about... what time was he have a tune?
I don't know. Well, when you're young,
when I was about 4,
yes.
Started with me, which is very sad, really. I didn't have no childhood.
His mother was glad he didn't fly away, actually.
Yes.
It began as a way of entertaining your mates, did it, or...?
Yeah, but you
no,
don't...
it was began as a way of making money.
Yes.
Quite honestly, yeah.
But you don't know why you're funny, do you? You just know that people laugh, but you don't know why you're funny.
No, not really. No.
You just tell jokes and they used to laugh, and that was it, you know.
But when did you first discover that you worked well together, that there was a kind of chemistry between you?
When we got married. We realised then.
Yes. No, you don't realise you've got a chemistry. It's just... you just want to suddenly do this act, do this double act, and develop. And
we lean on each other a lot, you know. That's the thing.
He's asking some funny questions.
Hey?
Isn't it?
Well, you're not giving any funny answers. That's
It's
the trouble.
very difficult to answer. You're digging deep. I don't know really.
Of all comedy acts, you two seem to be the most equally balanced in the sense that no one's a stooge. You seem to be contributing equally to.
Oh, we didn't used to be though. No, did we?
No,
really? No. We patterned ourselves originally on the original type of double act, straight man
Abbott
and comic.
Costello.
Yes, Abbott and Costello.
Lowell and Hardy.
Lowell and Hardy. Although Lowell and Hardy weren't particularly straight man and comic, but we gradually evolved this two-man personality situation.
How dependent are you on the audience? If you get an immediate response from an audience, do you feel that the act immediately picks up speed and starts to work?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we are, I would say, 90% dependent on an audience.
I say an audience is only as good as a comedian is only as good as his audience, you know, and if the audience is in the right frame of mind and it all gels, it's marvellous.
Isn't this a problem when you make your films then? You've got no real audience apart from studio hands and all the rest of it who've probably seen
I've seen everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't forget.
And we never give them a complete show.
We only do a minute at a
A
time.
minute at a time.
So you don't know until you see the rushes, actually.
We don't go to rushes anymore.
We don't
now,
go to
do we?
rushes, no.
Frightened to death of them. Because they petrify you, you know.
And we can't, and even then you can't tell in rushes. You can't tell. We can't.
When do you know that it's worked then? When you see the film premiered and
When the check comes
hear
in.
the laughter?
when we hear the, yes, I don't know. I can't sit and watch the films either. I don't know. You know, you get sensitive in that direction. I am. I see myself blown up there on that screen, and
Which you should be.
and I just get nervous. And you can't correct it. You see. You see, when it's up there and then the audience see it, and they laugh at it, you probably could have, if you'd have been doing it live, you could have adjusted it quickly to get even a bigger laugh, but you can't.
You can't do
it's
this.
There, it's done.
Where do the best ideas come from on the whole? Are they things that come spontaneously, accidentally sometimes while you're rehearsing or planning a sketch? Or does Eric say, ring you, Ernie, in the middle of the night and say, I've got a great idea, or perhaps one of your writers?
Well, we make generally it's observations on life, actually. We see something that's funny, or the boys say it's a funny bit, and
we only need an idea. That's all we need, you see. And the four of us build from that. If we get a funny idea, like a BBC interview, we could work from that, you know.
Do you see much of one another when you're not working? I know you work all the time virtually, but socially?
Not
No.
if we can avoid it,
No.
quite honestly, no.
But when you think we're together from 8 o'clock in the morning till 5:30, there is one part of our lives that's private, and that's our own personal life.
His and mine, you mean?
You know, I mean, we've obviously got homes and we've got families, and he goes into limbo.
Are you aware of the sort of subtle change that's taken place in the sort of audience response to? You've always been popular, but now you've got highbrows, if you like Angus Wilson, wasn't it, I think, interviewing you for an arts programme on ITV. Does this puzzle you or gratify you, or what?
It's something we still don't understand, quite honestly.
And we find, yes, it's very difficult and we find it difficult to examine things intellectually, you know. Whys and wherefores. No, we just
Morecambe's
do
or wherefores, no.
we just do it, you know. You see, you're asking questions now that are very, we find a little difficult to answer, you know, because you're asking intelligent questions. And it's hard to answer the questions intelligently.
Because there's nothing deep with it. It's all surface.
There's no hidden meanings, there's no, you know, what you're trying to find out, there isn't, say. People
We
always-
enjoy ourselves, you know.
Yes.
We enjoy ourselves
We enjoy our
working.
performance.
Now that you've seen yourself in films doing scenes with straight acting in them, are you tempted to become straight actors?
No.
No.
No, we're never happy if we can't walk through a thing.
Yes.
We've got to walk through it. We walk through life.
Yeah, yeah. We
You
never
know,
take it
we never
next
go
time.
into life. It goes around us. Everything goes on around. It's, oh, look what's happening over there, you know. And there's nobody more stage-struck than Annie and I. And we see film stars and people like Cary Grant and Sammy Davis and Jerry Lewis.
Oh, yes. We're waiting to see him now, Jerry
You know.
Lewis, you know.
We could go home, but we're waiting to see Jerry Lewis.
Just have a look at him, you know.
You think of yourselves consciously now as a team.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, except we call ourselves Eric Morecambe and Ernie Wise, where before we used to call ourselves
Morecambe
Morecambe
and
and Wise.
Wise.
Why?
Well, we started off as a double act. This is where the change happened, you see.
It was comic and straight man.
Comic and straight man, you see.
But now it's comic and comic.
You know, it's
Yes.
two
Or
levels.
as some people say, straight man and straight man.
Two levels of comedy, really. Two different
Very,
senses.
very high in his.
Yeah. Two different senses of humour.
Have you ever felt that underneath there was any tension between you?
No, this is a beauty. This is a secret. Then there isn't. There's no tension, is there?
Not at all.
Eh? No, there isn't. No tension at all.
What things
He
interest-
makes me laugh.
Yeah. And
I
he
mean,
makes
that-
me laugh.
That is very important. That he makes me laugh because I know what he's thinking.
And I know what he's thinking. I
We're
know.
both thinking the same thing now. Where's a check?
I mean, if I mention a name from the past, obviously he knows who I'm talking about.
Go on,
you know.
go on.
Stanley Ambler.
Pardon?
I don't know whether if he's watching. But names that are from years ago, experiences and things that are shared by us, that we remember.
What things interest you outside your profession, outside the business of laughter making?
Well, yes, cricket. I like cricket and a bit of gardening, reading the Financial Times.
Counting his money.
What about you, Annie?
Well, I let him count my money. And photography and fishing is my hobbies. That's all.
Can I ask you both, if you hadn't been comedians, I suppose it's impossible to imagine, but imagine for a moment that you aren't, what would you have liked to be?
Mike and Bernie Winters. Very cruel. Shouldn't have said that. I do apologise.
No, I'd like to be in. I'd like cricket.
He likes to be in.
But anyway, if I hadn't gone into show business, I'd have been an engine driver.
Yeah, because his father worked on the
My
railway.
father works on the railway, and I would have started as
I would have been a
fireman.
labourer on the corporation at Morecambe. Because my father was a labourer on the corporation.
So we've a lot to thank show business for.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Thank you, Anyways. Thank you, Eric Morecambe.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
You were a bit hard, those questions,
They
weren't
were
they?
a bit strong, yeah.